What's going on? Shane Brennan here. Thank you for watching this recording. I will have to watch this. I'm sorry. We'll go over the opportunity, some details, and then if you're interested, I can send the next opportunity. We can talk more one-on-one. But welcome to Meal Boosters. Welcome to Meal Boosters, a incredible e-commerce opportunity. If you are not inside e-commerce, I highly recommend, one, pay attention to this, but two, look around. E-commerce, very, very lucrative. All right, so with here in Meal Boosters, we're looking to raise $1 million. We're only doing a family and friends. There's money to be had, but it's the people, I believe in people that, buy stock low should be rewarded. We're looking for $1 million, and Meal Boosters will be a build to sell. So the investment will come back when we sell it. We should be selling it within 5 years, our max 5 to 7 years. We have that projected for 5 years. Okay, so 5 years, build to sell. That's when you'll get the money back. Let's get into it. So, you know the deal. Nice body, your health and fitness are everyone's after today. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have, your hand in longevity, your hand in fitness, your hand in wellness, people are catching wind of that. All right, and in that world, especially the fitness world and the health world, you know that protein is a big deal. Everyone has the protein goals. All right, and what you can find is there's not enough ways. People still aren't hitting these protein goals. You know what I mean? If everyone was, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have these issues, sarcopenia, these issues that come up from lack of protein, lack of lifting. So what we have here is, instead of a sweet protein powder, which is the only thing on the market nowadays, we offer the first savory protein powder. You mix it into rice, pasta, soups, eggs, stir fries, ground beef, oatmeal, really anything. And it became normal to add sugar to food. It became normal to add fat to food. We're going to make it normal to add protein to food. And the idea with Meal Boosters is we're not looking to replace your meals. We want you to just boost them. Eat real food. In a world where everyone's paying attention to ingredients in food, this is huge and great for us. So we started in 2022. All right, I started this thing up just off an idea. We can talk about that. I'm definitely a lemonade stand kid, but I had a funny idea and it kind of turned opportunistic. And what I had seen early, in our first year, your first year in April, that was from April to December. I was blown away. People wanted this, but I had gotten mentorship from a vet entrepreneur, especially in the e-commerce world, where it's not about them buying, a customer buying the product. It's about whether they will buy it and buy it again. Okay, do you have a gimmick or do you have a product? And through the years, it was fantastic. We have been on pace. 2024, we dedicated to optimizing everything. We were kind of rolling by the seat of our pants in the first 2 years, learning lessons, trying different things. 2024, I went full head hunting. I knew we needed certain people. We got the team down. We redid our sites, and we tried to limit our marketing budget because it wasn't being efficient. We weren't paying attention to it. So that's why you see the revenue dip, but it was worth it. Even in December, November, when we had launched our new strategy in 2024, you immediately saw the effects. And this year, we will be we'll be 5Xing our 2024. Just off what we have going on already. You know what I mean? I'll get into a little bit more. But what's very important to know is that there's traction. There's a lot here. And the momentum, the wave has been caught. We're hit up by a lot of people. Outside of just our customers and clientele, Shark Tank, TV shows, things like that. It's showing we're getting out there. Okay. And I had built this company on purpose as a build to sell from the start. So it was very important with us to keep high margins, to keep operations lean enough. So we knew when we found our way, we could just vertically grow and pour money on it. Welcome to the opportunity. So we had built this from the start, with that in mind. So getting into that, right, this year, moved into a new space. We went from essentially 1,000 square foot, and we were still able to do, you could probably do almost 800 to a million in essentially a renovated barn. We really started this. Similar to the Apple concept, but I snagged up a great space in Morristown, office space, warehouse space, and phenomenal. It's going to allow us to um, maximize our scalability. Because this year in our smaller spot, since March, we've had to limit our marketing budget. Even surpassing what we've done, we've had to pull the brakes because of space alone. So I knew immediately I wanted to snag some space, and I didn't want that to be something that fundraising depended on. We're good outside of the fundraising. This will scale immediately just from the space, but the fundraising part allows us to operate and kind of play a little bit even higher strategy game, such as our co-packing manufacturing. I won't get too deep into it, but in e-commerce, you can essentially get very, very cheap funding to front your co-packing orders, get a delay on the payback later, and semi-create an infinite money glitch. This strategy used by a few companies out there we're fortunate enough to talk to. But the thing is you need cash flow. You need cash flow there, and you also need demand. That's the hard part. It's an infinite money glitch as soon as you have demand. Well, we have the demand. And then this year, we launched our wholesale site. I mean, we've already gotten orders, and it's automated. It's automated. We just inquiries. They're going in, buying orders. Our South Korea exclusive deal, that's a $220,000 deal. So the traction's there. We're ready to have more of those deals. And this year's going to be huge because we have muscle boosters launching, as you can see in that bottom right picture. That's going to be a really good product. That's going to really help us go deep into the fitness community. The last product we made, the white cheddar regular meal boosters, was our best seller. This muscle boosters is going to be huge, and it's really big on the retail side. So we're ready. So the idea is that we're ready to scale, and it works really well with the market. I mean, obviously there's a bunch of stats on, collagen markets, protein markets. It's insane. And then add on top of that, again, e-commerce, just zooming out as an entrepreneur, maybe one entrepreneur to another, get into e-commerce. Everyone's buying everything online. Create the store. It's all e-real estate, right? E-real estate. Start the stores now. The idea is we're starting savory protein. We're the savory protein goats. Okay. When that's a thing, we're gonna be the goat. It's the same thing with e-commerce. Have a presence. We have a presence there already, and we'll be competitors, but we're at the point now of scaling where we can really just knock that off. Now, what you find with meal boosters is in the fitness community, it's great, but we get a lot of partnerships with doctors. What we find more in our niche is actually on the health side of things. Think of every GLP-1 user, the semaglutides, tirzepatides, retatrutides, all of these. Let me tell you, I've even tried them. I've been on it, and it's funny. You get like stomach ache. Like I understand the side effects. The point is those people we find, we literally save them because you don't crave. You have a lot of food aversions. You don't crave meat. You don't crave these things that you should essentially be eating, naturally and intuitively. But our product has allowed people to get, their protein targets within their beverages, their shakes. I know that's more, but in their food, they can eat rice. They can mix it with fibrous things. They can now, again, boost their meals. So, surgeries. We are pairing with a lot of doctors, clinics, as well as the fitness side. So there's a whole world growing that's meal boosters has niche. Now you can see why we're coming out with muscle boosters. That's going to be more of that fitness hardcore world, higher protein, anabolic blend. So there's just a few avenues that we're capitalizing on, but we are the first savory protein. We are, and we will be the goats. We are the goats. So in our first year, the what makes us different? We're the only savory protein powder. I'll tell you that. Okay, you've heard of Quest chips and all that. There's savory things out there that they're getting good, but it shows the market. I want people to do that because a lot of people have their own recipe. It's kind of like gluten free. They don't want gluten free bread. They still taste like crap. So the savory protein side has been perfected to actual foods. But as far as supplementing what you make, that's where we're at. So I did get a very strong patent pending. We even ran a double-blind study um, that gave us a nice strong patent pending that's based off of a savory activator approved patent as a precedent. Essentially, we have a nice formula down to uh, protect us. There could be mimics, but we have some nice protection with our patent pending, and we have a trademark family. So meal boosters, muscle boosters, sleep boosters, kind of like Scrub Daddy. Someone can't come out with a protein boosters, and now we have some international trademarks going on. So there's a lot of intellectual protection, intellectual property, which is great, very valuable. I knew in the first year I was like, oh man, I've been bootstrapping it, but I'm like, man, if I see someone else just take this idea and run with it, but I wanted to protect myself, and we have a very strong attorney team on that IP side. The other thing is we've had literally, arguably, one of the best entrepreneurs in the entire world, Kevin Harrington. He joined our squad, came with an equity and strategic partner. They're huge, and they're going to be really big on the big side and their network, buying companies, selling companies. It's huge, mass appeal. We'll be going on. I mean, he's the inventor of the infomercial. We're going to do QVC. We're going to do all that. We've been just keeping up with demand, and honestly. But outside of Kevin Harrington, the Harrington Group, our team, 2024, I went on a mission. Look, I as an IO psychologist, okay, I can tell you right now that people and anyone knows this business owner, getting good people are the hardest thing to find. All right, I headhunted. Um, I knew I wanted to find the right people and then talk to them and wait for the opportunity, and we did that in 2024. Phenomenal. We got a lot of people that are bought in, and honestly, let me tell you that right now. A group of people with a common mission, they'll accomplish anything. But it's not that basic. They're not just floating around. I am making sure, and I'm doing a fantastic job of keeping everyone in a similar direction, aligned, and it's showing immediately. So it's really exciting about our team, and I can go into that more in the next slide. Um, the different, again, our category creation. We have so many. There's so much opportunity within that category that we can do, and we'll go over that later. And lastly, I do take pride in, again, as an IO psychologist, I say that providing trust to you, this is built to scale. Same way a contractor may know how to build a house that can be separated into 7 rooms to maximize a rental. I know how to maximize and make a company easy to scale, keeping things simple, which we all know is harder to do. But it's ready to rock, and that's what makes this opportunity different. Okay, we went over the team. Look, I just want to give you some validity. Am I a person that school means everything? No. But I went and got my master's in IO psychology, industrial organizational psychology. I did that knowing I was a lemonade stand kid. I didn't do that for a job. I did that solely for the education. And I take pride in that. Badass. I've been involved in service. I'm involved in service industries. I've been heavily involved into real estate. I love entrepreneurship. I love looking at opportunities, projects, and I see this very clearly. I want you to have trust in my vision, and if not, maybe trust Kevin Harrington's. I know he just trusted me off the back, and their team. They've taken really good care of me. I did not. They had a marketing service, but who I headhunted was actually better than their marketing team, which they're fine with. Um, and then our village, like I said, we have people that are in for the calls. I'm super proud of our team. They're amazing. I'm really pumped that we have a great office now for them. Really good things to come. And let me tell you, the team's the biggest thing. It's the people. Hardest thing to get good people. And we got a bunch. So, quick overview of the next 5 years. So, we actually followed our previous timeline really nicely. We are here. I didn't think we'd have to get a place as soon as we did. But that's what we're doing this year. We have our muscle boosters launched July 29th, and our fulfillment bottlenecks. Our place solved that problem. We're going to be able to fulfill 10x the amount, which we needed. And hopefully by the end of the year. So what we plan on doing the next year is launching our new strategies as far as where to make the most money e-commerce. And the idea is target your previous customers, right? The people that are into it. We have met with a few companies and learned their strategies about how to increase that lifetime value, coming out with new flavors, testing it on the market, sending it to everyone, new quarterly flavors. And in the patent, I even have about 6 to 10 other flavors patented. Knowing it was hard to draw a limit on 1 to 3 flavors, but we now learned how to do that strategically, coming out with a special. And that's going to be huge. We had a company, which we'll get into the next slide, and I'll get into that strategy. But we were fortunate enough to meet with a few companies and pick up these strategies from them. So after that 25 into 26, we want to get into food. We have so many recipes and things like that go to. We want to actually make a boosted queso, boosted tomato sauce, different all kinds of sauces, salsa, things that essentially can boost your meal while keeping the quality of ingredients very high, and kind of skips the step of adding it into yourself. We have the customer base now that we could do that and launch, but once you get into that world, it's going to be really exciting. And then in that year 5, it's going to be excellent craft. So, nowadays, the idea with e-commerce, look at real estate, right? And, I'll get into that the next time. The point is 2029, we'll start talking about what that looks like, getting out valuations, whether we want to hold on, and I'll keep everyone in the loop about that. So I put our opportunity, okay? Let me tell you right now, okay? I put my money where my mouth is. I bootstrapped this thing. I put in $250,000, and I sold real estate for that. I believe in this so much, okay? This is not a holding out my hand, please help, please, I don't know. I hope it's all right. No, it's not. If you are listening to this, you're a homie. You believed in me. You know how important that is. And it's a good opportunity. I don't know if you'll be investing more than I have as far as financially, but it's going to be a great investment. I know it. I already know it. I put my blood in it. I got blood in the water. So you know the deal. I'm not running this on other people's money. This is mine. And I'll tell you right now, the strongest thing, it's not my investment. I promise myself I'm seeing this through. I promise myself. Death will see this through. And I have a good track record. I will do what I say. So, where the money goes, let me tell you, and I can keep it simple. One, cash flow is going to be huge. Just having the cash flow allows us to just increase our marketing budget. There's money on the table we're not getting. There's money on the table. If we just increase our marketing to 3x, our returns should be 3x or higher. Literally. It's that simple. But we will get into these new strategies. I want to lock down our team members. Right, that's that fuel growth, is that inventories, being able to hit these co-packers, keep up with that. Simple stuff right off the back that we will do with more funds that I can do with a loan. Okay, but the equity will I love growing the team because I want people to, feel a part of this. But locking down our team members, locking them for full-time jobs, full-time positions. We're here now. We're doing that. Let me tell you right now, we lock our team down. Get full-time, which it's a wrap. Not only will I look out for meal boosters, but there will be other e-commerce companies. Just like you'll watch someone pump out houses in a neighborhood, we will be pumping out e-commerce because we found through experience the verticals. So with this investment in this round, our exit is $100 million. Our $10 million, which I would say we're worth about 12 to 14. This year, but we're raising money at 10%. It's going to work like shares. In 5 years, I want you 10xing the money. Same way I want me 10xing my money. And it gives you that e-commerce. And in doing so and joining this village, you also get those opportunities for the next ones. Take some of that money and put it right back into the next product. We're going to keep our team and keep going. So, look, I do want to make some moves on this. This is happening. Okay, there's other people that want to fund. We've been hit up by people. I do want to go with friends and family. I love this. I think it would be great. I want to be that guy in the area. There's not a lot of e-commerce. I want to be that guy that's like, yo, I got in on that meal boosters. That will happen. The same way people that got in on my real estate deals a few years ago, same way. All right. It's gonna go well. I want your trust. I want Meal Boosters to have your trust, and let's take this to the next level. If you're feeling good about it, just respond to this email. Give me a call. You should have my number. If you're looking at this, you should have my number, or someone close to you should have my number. But let's set up. I'll probably have more live sessions or make it more one-on-one. But I hope this helped understand where we are. Thank you. I believe in this. Let me know if you have questions, and don't miss out.